What's up everyone, Toshi here. Lightning is the strongest element in Honkai Star by far. We're going to be going over all of the lightning characters so far in the game currently, and we'll try to piece together each and every single one of them. The very first one we have is Fu Xuan. If I'm saying her name right, I'm very bad at pronouncing, characters in this game, as you all tell me with Seal. I mean, I know how to say her name, I just do that on purpose at this point. That's beside the point. This character is interesting. Now, we only really got to see what she kind of does in the story, and for story purposes, I won't spoil. She had her own cutscene in the story with another character, which I won't spoil, but it was pretty cool. She has this I want to say psychic power. She reminds me of psychic characters from Pokemon because of the color of her naming, her color aesthetic. But she's a really cool character. Now, there is this dancing gif of her, which I probably will put in the video, and this character is going to be interesting. Like I said, we don't know anything about her so far. I do know that a lot of you like her because I put her on a poll, and she was like the most voted character on that poll. It was insane. Next up, we have Kafka. Now, this is a character a lot of people rated low in tier lists and all that jazz, and like future-proof kit and stuff like that. I think this character is interesting. Now, of course, the biggest reason why people are interested in this character is because of the way she looks. She is the most attractive character in the game by far. No one's going to dispute that fact. But she has a really interesting kit. Now, she has dots. She plays around with dots, and she has like her own additional lightning damage on top of the dots. She deals pretty massive damage. Like I said, on top of the dots she applies to the target. If you put her in a dot team with a character like Serval, the 4-star character in the game, you're going to do a lot of dot damage. Now, we haven't really got to test out her full potential, which I believe that dot team will be her full potential whenever we get that character, or this character rather, with Serval in the future. That team is going to be really strong, and I think that's going to be a team I'm going to be interested in testing out when this character does release, just like everyone else probably. But yeah, very nice lightning 5-star character. I think she's going to be really, really good in the future. I don't see this character being bad. Then again, she could be bad, and I'd be very disappointed because this is, like I said, the most attractive character in the game. Next up, we have Bailu. This is a character you're all going to be excited for. You're probably going to reroll for this character on release of Honkai Star Rail. If you get this character, let's say you lose your 50-50 on Seal's banner or Jing's banner and you get this character, you probably won't even shed a tear. This character is actually cracked the fuck out. It's like a 7-star Chi-Chi. I mean, literally, because you have Chi-Chi C6 for free. And I think this character provides a lot of value for your team comps. And one of the funny things is I thought she was actually an ice element, but I found out that she was lightning, not ice. So that kind of threw me off a little bit. Bailu will definitely be a character I will have on my account at some point. I will be using this character a lot of my runs because, as you all know, I have skill issue. And this is the perfect character for me because, you can't dodge in this game. And I do suck at video games. I tend to suck. So this will be a character that I use most of the time. I shouldn't be saying that when I'm trying to make guide videos, because then you guys won't believe me in the videos. Well, then again, it's a video for dummies. Jing, Yuan, the man, the myth, the legend. This character is actually probably the most popular, if probably the most popular male character in the game. I think he's actually probably the top 3 most popular characters in the game. Probably top 2. Between him and Bronya, of course. Or actually Kafka, it's like those 3. Now, this character is really interesting. You can actually see in the background there as well, standing over there. This is a little bit of spoilers, I guess you would say. Not really. I mean, you look at this picture, you won't know what's going on. But Jing Yuan, a very nice 5-star AoE DPS. Now, you've probably all seen other videos going over this character and all he provides for your team comps. He is going to be the main DPS in your teams. You can use him in single target teams and he still performs pretty well from the testing other players have done. Now, I have not personally used this character, but like I said, there's so many videos going over Jing Yuan. It's hard to miss them. Now, this is going to be a character that's really interesting to see upon release, right? Because as from the beta, he turned out to be really, really, really OP. Now, granted, on launch, he could see some tweaks to his numbers that probably turns him from a super strong single target and AoE damage dealer to just a strong AoE damage dealer. So try not to get too excited with how strong he is currently, but this character is going to be, I mean, aesthetically, right? He pleases the eyes of a lot of you, and silver hair is always a plus, right? Should be nice to see this character, and he is going to be after Seal's banner. Serval, 4-star, a lightning DPS. You get this character for free and you get her light cone for free as long as you did the event or you're currently doing the event before the game releases. But this character is going to be really good with her 4-star light cone, of course. She's going to be a really good staple in your early to mid, probably even late game teams. Now, she does have a couple dots in her she has a couple dots in her actual kit, so you can probably put her with a character like Kafka and Sampo in that same dot team, and they would probably perform pretty well. Granted, she has lightning, so she would be even better against a boss that Kafka is good against. I think this character will definitely be someone you use in the future with Kafka in the team comp. And with her being an AoE damage dealer and Kafka also being a AoE damage dealer, I think these two will fill in the niche spots because they have dots in their kits. You can use those dots against single target bosses, right? And still do damage over time. Damage alongside your AoE damage. So you have multiple stacks and sources of damage stacking up on top of each other, and you're just doing massive amounts of damage to the enemy. But yeah, you get this character for free, and she apparently looks great to a lot of you. Now, oh my god. Let's hope that she doesn't get nerfed on release, if you know what I mean. Tingyun. This character is so freaking OP. I got to use her on my account in the central or the closed beta test. I don't know why I call it central beta testing. The closed beta test. She's so good. She gives energy to your DPS character or any character. You're probably going to give it to a DPS character, right? Or maybe you give it to your Bronya, I don't know. But you give it to your DPS character and she pretty much, if you're halfway to your ult, she will fill up the ult to full. And it's crazy because there isn't any other character in the game currently that does what she does, while also providing a damage buff, because she gives energy, she gives a damage buff, and she gives an attack buff. So she's essentially I can't even say she's a downgrade from Bronya, because she gives energy to your character. That alone is really valuable. She also gives like a kind of helping hand assist attack alongside your DPS character whenever they use basic attacks. I don't know, maybe you played League of Legends, think of it as Lulu. Whenever Lulu puts the shield on an ally, and then the ally does basic attack damage, and then the Lulu shield does damage proc, like alongside the ally doing basic attacks. That's pretty much how Tingyun works. I mean, that's literally how Tingyun works. But like I said, this character is a 4-star and is really broken. Now, I don't know if she's going to be broken when it comes to the release of the game, because like I said, we're going to see a lot of tweaks to a lot of characters before we actually do get the release of the game. Because, I mean, there was some really broken OP characters. This is one of them. You'll be using her whenever you use single target DPS. Seal, you'll probably use her with Seal. Den Heng, you'll probably use her with Den Heng. Any AoE damage dealer, you'll probably use her with Kafka, for instance. This character is really, really, really strong. She's so damn strong that I literally forgot she is like a fox waifu, right? And that is a redeeming quality to a lot of you that are fans of, you know, Yaimiko. At least you finally get to see the fox tail, right? Because you couldn't see Yaimiko's tail. Arlan, he does a lot of damage when you get him to low HP. So think of him as a Super Saiyan. The more damage you do to him, the stronger he gets. I mean, that's kind of different Super Saiyan, because like the more they die, the stronger they get. But, you know, the more damage you do to him, the more damage he actually does in return. And you get him to his lowest HP threshold, and he does like maximum damage. Now, how that's going to translate whenever you're doing harder content, well, we don't know. You're going to have to most likely always use him with a shielded shield. So like Jeopard, March 7th, you're going to have to constantly use him with a shield character, because if he's low HP and he gets hit, he will die. Now, he does have a revive mechanic, as far as I remember, in his kit, but that's like one time. You get hit again, you're going to die. So yeah, you always have to use this character with a shield, but you get massive damage in return. It's a high risk, high reward situation. Now, we pretty much went over all of the 5-star and 4-star lightning DPS characters in the game currently that are not leaked. Yes, there is more on the way, but that's just leaks. We don't talk about leaks over on this channel. But thank you all for watching. Let me know what lightning DPS character or lightning character in general you're most excited for. For me, I don't know. They're all really cool. Jing, Fu Xuan, Bailu, Kafka, and the 4-stars are pretty good too. You even get, you know, one for free. I think that's insane. I don't know. I'm really interested to see what Fu Xuan's kit is. Once we get her kit revealed, then I probably will shift my answer towards her, because her design looks aesthetically pleasing. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Peace.